Hi everyone, myself Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, Karpagam Academy of Higher Education, Coimbatore. The lecture series we are going to discuss is all about the network routing fundamentals. The video lecture series consists of 8 lectures that takes a duration of about 10 to 15 minutes each. The agenda of the lecture series has been termed into 8 lectures, wherein in lecture 1 we are going to discuss about network fundamentals, and in lecture 2 we are going to look about the routing information protocol fundamentals, and in lecture 3 we are going to discuss about the internet protocol IPv4, and in lecture 4 we are going to discuss about the OSPF fundamentals and its routing, and in lecture 5 we are going to discuss about IGRP and EIRGP routing fundamentals, and in lecture 6 the importance of BGP routing protocol are discussed, and in lecture 7 the IP multivariant protocol in IPv6 is discussed, and in lecture 8 we are going to discuss about the security in switched networks. Getting introduced with the networks in our daily life is all about getting introduced to what is the definition of a network. A network is a data or the information that are capable of transmitting or carrying different types of communicated messages from one person to another person or from one device to another device. So what makes this network to work efficient is all about the elements involved in that. So the three major elements that flows over the network are the message source, the channel, and also the message destination. And what is a message source? Message source is the one that initiates or hosts the messages to all the other nodes in the network. Then what about the channel? The channel is the physical medium or the layer that plays a vital role in carrying all the messages or the data packets initiated by the message source. Then what about the message destination? The message destination is about the destination or the receptors wherein all the messages are received by the end device. Now we discuss about the network components and the challenges, wherein the challenges of the modern network presents about the communication that is involved in the constructive way. That is nothing but the instantaneous communication, wherein the two end users normally use the instant text messaging for communication, wherein the users experience a live chats in that. And the second concept is all about the internets that is used to share and collaborate the data that is involved, wherein the data repository at the edge provides a new approach where the quality of service is increased and the less amount of delay is being done over here. And the last concept deals about that. The major challenge is all about us, the teaching and the learning process, where the students at remote places can access the data as if they are accessing it in a live location. The network services impact our daily life in three different ways. The first concept is all about instant messaging. The second one is about the podcasting, and the third one is all about the web blogs. The instant messaging is nothing but the real-time communication wherein the two persons instantly type the information or the text messages and they view it lively always. There are various instant messaging applications, for example your internet relay chats and also the smartphone instant chat messages can be used for these type of instant messaging. The second one is all about the podcasting. Podcasting is an episodic series of audio files wherein the user can download those audio files and also can stream the applications of those audio files. The podcasting provides the services to the users wherein they can integrate in a convenient way of the podcast sources and also the playback devices. The last one comes about the web blogs. Web blogs are literally called to be as the log of the web. These are otherwise called as the digital style sites, wherein the user finds their own interesting fields and they connect all the web pages together in a chronological order. This is termed as a web blogs. There are few examples of the web blogs that could be your fitness blogs, it could be your sports blogs, it could be your gardening blogs, and also your travel blogs. The network services also provides a very important role for the online entertainments like online games, video conferencing, online banking system, and also as an internet marketing and entities, etc. And in collaboration with these network services to be efficiently used, there are some basic characteristics to be followed. The one characteristics that needs to be followed is the rules, or otherwise we call it to be as the protocols or the standards, wherein every user has to virtually sign in before taking up the online apps. And another important concept whereby every virtual user getting access to the apps need to be followed is that they need to be repeatedly given a reminder so that every user is not being overruled by any of the agreements what they have signed in. So most of these modes of communication for the online users gives them a consistent mode of effective use of the online applications over the network. Now we just look into the elements of the networks. There are 4 different types of elements in the network. The first one is all about the devices that are connected to the network. The second one is about the media in which the data is getting transmitted via the network. And the third one is all about the messages we use it. And the fourth one is the rules that we confine to all the messages and the protocols we use it. So when defining about the devices are the network devices that are connected to the network for proper communication. A few examples of these devices could be your hubs, switches, routers, the bridge, repeaters, etc. And these devices provide a very fast and a secure mechanism in communicating with the different types of networks. And now talking about the media. So media is nothing but the transmission medium or the channel that provides the correct pathway in defining a particular network to route the packets from source to the destination. And this medium can be defined into 2 types. One is the guided medium and the another one is the unguided medium. So what happens about the guided transmission medium is all about. Guided transmission medium is the bounded transmission medium. Here the electronic signals are transmitted via the physical layer and are reaching to the destination. A few examples of the guided transmission medium are your RJ45, the connected, the twister cables, coaxial cables and the optical fiber cables. What happens to an unguided transmission medium is all about. Unguided transmission medium is an unbounded wireless medium transmitted not via the physical channels, they are transmitted via the air. And the security of these type of medium is very less and they are used only for the larger types of networks. And a few examples of these type of unguided transmission mediums are the radio waves, microwaves and also infrared rays. And the next concept tells about the messages. The messages plays a vital role as an element of the computer, and this tells about the unit of messages that is being transmitted by the source node to the destination nodes via the transmission medium or the channels. The last element is the rules. Rules are nothing but the protocols or the standards we follow for every online users getting access to the networks. The usage of the network is a privilege and that is not the right given to every users. So there should be some cautions and reminders given as an alert to the online users so that they don't override the rules that we sign. The characteristics of network architecture flows out into 4 different components. The first and the foremost component is about the fault tolerance. The fault tolerance deals about that once when a PC is getting connected to a wireless router and the wireless router in turn gets connected to router 1 and router 2 in a particular network, and if a user wants to get connected to a web link or a web page that he is searching over the network, and if the wireless router is found to be disconnected, automatically the wireless router will sense for another router in the network and it transmits that same request what the user has placed in the web page to a web server. This is termed to be as a fault tolerance in a particular network. The second type of the component is all about the delay. The delay is the latency of the time taken for a particular bit in the transmission medium that is getting transmitted to another device in a particular network. The third component is all about the quality of service. The quality of service is the ability to set priority and manage the data network traffic so that we can manage the network with less amount of delay, and there can also be no loss of data in the networks. The fourth component we are going to discuss is about the scalability. Scalability, as the word implies, it tells about the growth of the network can be increased in the size. Means number of nodes in the network can be increased provided the quality of service is also maintained. The convergence of the networks here talks about the traffics that is involved during the communication. The convergence has to be reduced in a network wherein all the traffic that is being used over the network is not alike. So now what happens is that the traffic has to be minimized and the quality of service mechanisms has to be supported in a high level so that the number of delays and the loss of packet has to be reduced. So the traffics can be categorized into 4 different types. The one is all about the real-time traffics where the voice over IP and the video conferencing. These two modes plays a vital role in a real-time traffic, because they use the real-time application softwares and the real-time apps wherein the amount of traffic incurred over a real time is very large. The next type of traffic is the transactional traffic. The very good example of the transactional traffics could be your online shopping, online purchasing or ordering system, and also online banking system and the online marketing systems. So the traffics involved in these type of transactions can also give you a very loss and a delayed. Because of this, the quality of service can be completely reduced. And the third type of traffic is the streaming traffic. The streaming traffic comes into 2 types as the audio and the video streaming. While the audio and the video files we use for upstreaming and downstreaming, during this occurrences of streaming there can be a delay and there will be some loss of data, and that has to be minimized. And the fourth one is the bulk traffic. The bulk traffic comes about where the huge amount of data repository has to be minimized. Example, your inboxes, your outboxes, your spam emails has to be minimized. So this could be the major causes wherein all this convergence has to be reduced and getting into a more narrowed and a purified network that probably gives you a very good quality of service. Network security talks about the protecting the network devices that is getting harmed by the external users. So it is the privilege given to the online users that no threats and the viruses are getting into the usages. So by the types of adopting the security mechanisms, that the variety of security threats can be avoided and more number of spams can be deleted from the network so that the network can have a very good flow of data into it. There are 4 different types of security attacks can be there. The one is a physical security attacks, and the second one is the access controls that is given to each and every user, and the third one is the authentication, the grants that is being provided for controlling the authenticated users using the web pages and accessing to the data or the data repositories, and the fourth one is about the accountability. And we have come to the end of the session, and I hope that everyone understood the concepts that we have discussed about the network routing fundamentals. And in the next lecture, we are going to discuss about the routing protocol fundamentals and its applications and features. Thank you.